Welcome to Journey to Health and Wellbeing with Sharon Marie and we want to just have a talk with you guys about tips and tricks of traveling to Australia or anywhere really in the world. Now, how this video came about, because it wasn't even in the works to do, because when Mum come over, I sort of had a plan of what vlogs that we wanted to do. Keto stuff, review stuff, recipes, which we didn't do much of. Sorry about that. But we got busy. And, you know, we've just been talking and walks and talks. And anyway, we've been catching a lot of Ubers lately, haven't we? So we took one to the mall yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, Friday. And today is Saturday. So it is the 1st of June, but when you guys see this, it'll be much, much later because we're off schedule. But like I told you, we're going to have a little pajama party, so I'm about to head off to sleep, and this is what I sleep with a mask over my eyes. No, not really. I just thought that was a cuteness factor. And Mum's in her PJs, so we're having a little PJ party. So we'll be talking just about tips and tricks of do's and don'ts for travelling. So we're talking to our Uber driver, which was a lady, by the way. Her name was Keisha, and she lives in the area where I do. And she was actually talking to us about going to Australia, and we were like, oh, wow. And she told us who she was booking through. She was booking through Travelzoo, which I've never heard. Have you guys ever heard of Travelzoo, or like to book cruises or anything like that? It must be an American thing because I've never seen it. Am I hurting your arm?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
We just want to make sure that we're both comfortable, get comfortable with talking and stuff. But yeah, so she said next time when Mum comes over, try Travelzoo because it's a lot cheaper. And I had a friend of mine from church also say that they've booked their trips through Travelzoo. Was it a European trip?
Yes.
Yeah, a European trip that they booked, and it was less than like $2,000, I think. But you still got to book your own hotels and, you know, and your accommodation and all that stuff.
But it's still good for the travel, you know, like the plane. Yeah, it's the most expensive thing.
It seemed like a good deal
that you lay out.
So we always book through Expedia because we get the miles. But what happened with me is, like, I've made 5 trips from Melbourne, Australia to Charlotte, North Carolina. I've made 5. And because I married Randy back in 2011, I had gotten a lot of miles. And it's 16,000 miles per trip, isn't it? That's like that's from Melbourne to Charlotte and then Charlotte to Melbourne. So that's over 3,100 miles throughout the whole trip. So that's like really making a around the world trip. So I've been around, you may as well see, I've been around the world like 3 times. 3 times, even though I've done 5 trips. But being around the world 3 times with flying. So the do's and don'ts would be, make sure that if you do book through Expedia or some other place where they give free miles, make sure that you read the
fine print.
On the card that they give you, because your points will only be valid through a certain time to a certain time. Mine only had a year, and I lost $1,000 going back. I couldn't go back because my husband asked me to marry him, and what was I to say? No, and get on back because of some free miles. But yes, I lost $1,000 on my ticket, and I had to have a round trip and everything. So I did lose actual money. And then I actually lost my miles as well. So that made me sick. It made me sick.
I mean, the miles should give you a lot longer. 12 months is just not long enough.
No, I mean,
you can't travel every year.
It takes a lot of miles per trip. Even if you're doing a trip within the United States as well, you're not getting that many miles.
No.
They don't give you that many miles. Now, the thing is, it might sound good for them to say, sign up with our card and we'll give you 53,000 free, 53,000 miles for free, right? But it's not, because you get you're charged an annual fee each year.
Yeah.
So the annual fee is like $100 a year. So you're really paying for it. Nothing is free.
No.
Always read the fine print, guys, because there are scams out there.
There is.
Now, Mum was just recently sort of scammed because she didn't read the fine print on the TravelX MasterCard, and she had lost how much?
$700.
That's a lot of money. It was converting from
Australian money to American, which you lose a lot.
So she basically put $1,500 on the card to spend over here, and she wanted to, help us out with buying a couch. This is an old one, by the way, an old broken one.
Yeah.
And that was her aim, to buy us a new couch, which she didn't have to at all. We weren't expecting it at all. That's just, she has a good, kind heart. Well, you can check online. They've got an app online where you can check to see what the balance is. So you enter your card number on the app. You go through the Play Store and you put the app on your phone. And we went in, and it said how much money she had left. And so
I thought, no way, I couldn't have spent that much money. It
had her in tears. It ruined her trip. I told it not to ruin her trip.
I really wanted to buy them that couch.
But it's just material things. As long as you're here, and we spent all the time
because
together.
I want them to have everything nice.
Oh yeah.
Like I have nice things at home, and I want them to have nice things.
But that's not the point. The point is that if you are travelling, don't get a TravelX MasterCard. Make sure
next time it'll be my own card, like I came over in
with your bank
before. I used my own money. I mean, I was losing about maybe $3 or something like that. Not all that money, And I mean,
$3, you get $3 charged at the ATM, which
$3 is nothing comparing to hundreds of dollars.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the thing is, I mean, yes, I'm happy. I bought a few things, and we went out, and Sharon had her hair done, and her feet done. I had my nails done, and
we spent quality time.
We bought some nice things.
Spoilt the fur baby.
Yes, for Ollie, and bought him lots of things and that.
But I told her,
really, I just feel,
robbed.
Yeah, and I mean, really,
Mum worked hard to get that money and hard to save it.
I do, because I'm only on a fixed income, and the thing is, I probably go without a lot, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, there's heaps. I try to help as many people as I can. At the church and everything.
Don't cry.
Anyway,
we wanted to make this video so that other people don't go through the upset. As you can see, Mum's really upset. But we also wanted to tell you the craziness of a story of what happened when I was on my last trip to Australia. So I had travelled to Australia from December 2017 until February 2018.
Yeah.
And I had left Randy and Charlie for 3 months. And I said to Mum, we should go on a vacation, because we hadn't been on a vacation in a long time. And actually, Mum,
probably well over 10 years.
Mum was so sweet. She paid for my ticket over there, which was a lot.
Right.
And I didn't expect that at all, but for her to help us out like that, it was just amazing. And that's why this time I wanted to give back to her what I could. And I hope I did.
I have been very spoiled with lots of new
spoiled.
clothes and
a new bag.
A new bag.
Yeah, I wish we could do a video of, but she's packed everything away.
And actually, she bought me a pair of boots. Because I'm going back to winter, so I'll be wearing those, and everyone will be saying, "Oh my God, where did you get those boots?"
A new Rossetti backpack bag today. It came just in time. I was like, "Oh!" She had no idea. She thought I was buying it for me.
I've got lots of jewelry and everything because I'm turning 60 this year.
Yeah. So, just the little things. But anyway, going back to my trip to Australia, we were like, Mum had put money and saved money. And I had heard a lot of things about Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd never stayed in an Airbnb.
No.
We've always stayed at hotels. And we know how much hotels are. And actually, the flights were really cheap. And where we were going to go, we actually got free tickets to SeaWorld, Movie World, Wet n Wild World. We went to a conference to listen to a timeshare meeting, and we lost 3 hours.
3 hours
they
just listening to it.
And they wanted to sell it to us.
They wanted me to go into the timeshare, and I said, "Look, I really don't think I could do it." And we got these free tickets, which was really good.
So we had to go. Which was about 2 hours flight on Virgin.
It was good.
And the flight wasn't that expensive. But anyway, I got on Airbnb. I got on the site, read all the reviews. And we sort of figured, well, these people are elderly. They were elderly, an elderly couple, and seemed really nice. And seemed really nice over the phone, and they were answering all our questions. And I was talking to them when I was here in America, doing back and forth emails. Yeah, and we were happy,
And they also
we paid the money,
and they also picked us up from the airport, which was.
They picked us up from the airport, which was kind of them. But as soon as we went in the house, we were told that we could have our own little refrigerator, which would be in the garage. We were keto at the time, so we had to go to Aldi's and get all our food. We were not allowed to use the kitchen. Yeah,
because of
insurance
and that, if something happened to us,
and they were
if we burn ourselves or something,
and they were from a closed community, a sort of closed community gate. They had gates and everything.
Yes,
and their neighbours really didn't like them doing Airbnb business in their own, it was a little.
It's like a little apartment,
apartment,
and a time.
A timeshare, I think.
I think it could have been a timeshare.
Yeah. So anyway, basically she said that I couldn't take a bath, not to take a bath, even though I asked all those questions before, and she said it shouldn't be a problem in the emails and on the phone. She also was going to charge us to make breakfast, our own bacon and eggs.
Yes.
And we were like, forget about it. And then we tried to use the microwave because we were allowed to use the microwave. And she'd be up at the crack of dawn, trying to see what we were up to. They were he was 80 and she was 70.
Yeah, something like that.
And they were at each other's throats.
He was a beautiful man.
Yeah, he was so
kind. But I think she was a bit very bossy to him.
Yes.
And the older people, they get very. He was embarrassed. I think.
Older now. We don't want to offend older people, but I kind of think that the older you get, the more selfish you get. And she had him doing everything. She had him doing the laundry, the cooking, the cleaning.
Yep.
And he was 81 and he even had like gallstone issues.
He did have problems, didn't he?
He had problems.
Yeah.
And you could hear them arguing.
Yeah.
And we felt like we had to be up at the crack of dawn and out. You know, like she'd ask us about our day, what our plans were.
Actually, what happened is she did some laundry for us. It was
the first one was free.
Yeah, but then after that, she charged us. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like $5 or something.
$5 for whatever laundry. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you go away, you can't, you know, you've got your underwear, you've got you know, whatever.
Yeah, and we were there for a week. We were there for 7 days.
We paid over $500.
Yeah, and we weren't even allowed to use
for one. It was just a bedroom.
And we weren't even allowed to use the pool.
No.
Like, we kept asking, and they were like, oh, one of us has to go with you, and we don't want so-and-so to see, you know, you ask you questions, blah, blah, blah.
No.
They were hiding something. They were doing the wrong thing.
Yeah,
so we should have made it a complaint to Airbnb.
That's not right.
So the whole story about the Airbnb is, if you're going to look into Airbnb, make sure that you read all the Google reviews.
Try and find something where the owners
are not
living in the property. Yeah. Because your holiday will be ruined. I feel.
Make sure it's yours and yours alone. Yes. Because we were in a bad mood. And it made us in a bad mood with each other.
The problem was it was very hot when we went up there.
Oh my gosh!
And we were catching the bus and everything, and it was exhausting. It was really exhausting. And, you know, we were actually glad to get back home.
Yes,
again.
We were. And you shouldn't feel that way.
No.
You shouldn't feel like you're on a holiday. You shouldn't feel like you...
And plus there, a lot of the places were, you know, like not close to each other.
Yeah.
You know, so...
But you shouldn't feel like you just... like, you know, you've got to leave. It should be a relaxing time. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to complain, and if you do complain, does that make things worse?
No, it does.
And does that mean maybe they might kick you out and you have to find another place?
Thing.
You know, so
we don't like to complain about things.
So we had to stay tight-lipped,
didn't we? Yeah.
And even I was saying to Randy on the phone too, and you know, it just was not...
It was like one night there, they were having someone over. Now, we had met these other people, and they wanted to get to, you know, really get to know us. And we just had to go in the room.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you going to bed?
Yeah, you know, because they were having their little nibblies and drinks and all that sort of thing.
Champagne
and
all
you
that.
know, they... I mean,
so Airbnb. So the whole reason we're telling you this story is, if you're looking for Airbnbs, don't do it with owners that are living in the property. You
can find a lot that just
rent their house out, hand the keys over, and that's it. But there are ones that might have like a bungalow in the back, and it's away from their house.
That's good.
But still be aware that you might kind of come into problems with that. So if we do Airbnb anymore, and we might here in America at one stage, I think it'd be good. One that would take pets.
I think next time, if it's next year I come over, I'm hoping that we will be able to go as a family.
We live very close to Lake Norman. We're about 25 minutes from Lake Norman.
You know, it doesn't matter where it is.
Rent houses,
you know,
over there.
I don't care where it is, whether it's down the road.
Yeah,
that we have to stay somewhere.
And
I'd be happy to pay for everything.
And we have a boat.
We're all together.
Yeah, and we have a boat, so we could take it out on the water.
Yeah.
And hopefully I will drive.
So the thing is, Sharon and I when I go home, I am going to be saving and putting away.
Yeah, and I'll start saving too.
Putting away money every week or every fortnight when I get paid.
And that's the other thing. We want to give you tips and tricks about saving money. Yeah. So basically, you can save a lot of money. So if you're having a coffee or a Starbucks every day, you can save on that. What you can, like, for instance, in Australia, instead of driving your car to work and paying for
catch a bus or a train. Yep. It's a lot cheaper.
You can carpool with some people with Uber now. Definitely. And you can actually, with Uber, you can get rewards points with Uber. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And you split the fare and it is cheap. And Uber has a very good reputation, I feel. Mm. Yes, things have happened.
I mean, you just have to be very careful.
Make sure you read their number plate, which is at the back here in America.
Yeah, well,
it's a little hard.
We have plates at the front and the back, so if they're coming into your driveway, at least you can see the number plates. And if they have the Uber thing on their window, then you know that they are a driver,
legit,
you know.
And always ask, who are you coming to pick up, and and their name and all that. What are some other tips that we can tell them about? Just pack light whenever you go somewhere. Pack light, because if you're going, like Mum came over here to America, she knew that I had a lot of clothes, so she packed quite light. Because I
had one case full that had a lot of things for them, that I bought over for Sharon and Randy and
the baby
and Ollie and that. So that case was full.
Yeah.
The other case had hardly anything in it, but it was only a medium case. Now, I am going back with 2 big cases.
And they're chock-a-block full.
I don't know how much more will be able to... I might be able to fit a couple more things in, and I do have a little carry-on bag, not a case, but a bag. And I've still got a little bit of room I can put, things in there, but I don't want it too heavy.
So, number one, make sure that when you book your fare, make sure you book it through the cheapest place possible, which is Travelzoo.
But make sure that you
read the Google reviews.
That how many bags you're allowed to take.
Yes.
Because a lot of these really
cheap places.
Air fares, like if you're going a short distance, only allow a carry-on bag.
Yeah, so that's
under the plane bag. So just be careful about that.
Yes, any hidden costs.
Yeah.
So we hope that has helped you some. If you have any travel tips of your own, please comment in the comment section below, because as you know, Mum's going to be travelling back and forth over here because we have the little fur baby now. It's going to be hard to leave him.
Maybe he's got to get his own passport.
Yeah, he's got to get his passport.
He's got to get a passport. And you just have to try and come over, even if it's only once, just to see how he does. Because I see a lot of people with their animals traveling.
He's very good in the car, extremely good in the car. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be good on the plane.
He's very good
flight buddy, and he's good in his pram. He's only been in his pram and doggy stroller a couple of times, but he doesn't seem to mind it. But anyway, so also with your pets, if you are travelling with your pets, your pet fur baby children, make sure that their vaccinations are all up to date. Because if you're just behind on a rabies shot and you take them somewhere, say to Australia, they can be quarantined for quite a while until they get that shot, until they get that vaccination. So vaccinations are so important.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to be without your fur baby, and that's just going to break your heart. It's going to break the poor fur baby's heart.
Oh.
And just make sure that you get all the paperwork, the paperwork that's involved. Do all your research and get your homework done. You know, get your homework done about it. Don't go into things thinking. Read the fine print. Because, you know, we sometimes it's easy for us to sign our lives away, and then the fine print, it'll bite you in the butt.
Now I've learnt my lesson.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned.
I mean, when I went to get the ticket, you know, I thought, oh yes, this is. Everyone said to me, oh yes, the travel card is really great.
It's not.
You know,
it's a scam.
And I don't know whether it's because it was a little place and.
No, on the app it had really bad reviews.
Next time I have my own money, I go to my bank like I had done times when I've come over before, and you know, there's you tell them when you're travelling, you say, look, I'm going to be travelling from this month to this month, and it's all sorted.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Mum, for sitting down and talking about travel tips. I really think that it's going to help some people out there, because, you know, we all take vacation.
And it's going to help me again. Because I've learnt the hard way.
And a lot of people, we all go on vacation, summer breaks coming, so hope that this has helped you all. And we'll see you again, maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But we will be keeping in touch with Mum and keeping in touch with seeing what she's up to. You'll see her again, just not here right next to me. I'm going to miss her so much. And little Ollie's going to miss her too. So it's almost our bedtime, so we got to go snooze.
Time. Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah.
Good night, everyone. I hope that you have a
Ollie
good night.
will sleep tonight, and yes, we have a good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.